Hi everyone, this is Hannah from Strucsoft Solutions Great Tech Group, and welcome to this week's Tech Tip. Today's topic is how to manage visibility using MWF wall visibility menu over here. We're not going to be covering everything today. This is a topic that might be best to be left for a webinar, but today we're just going to show you some tricks and some tips that you can use with this menu over here. You'll see on my end that I already have a project pre-created for this tech tip. And what we're going to focus on today is the visibility options in this menu. I will start with talking to you about the panel manager tool right here. So I'm just going to click. I'm going to get this message that just says that this operation may take a long time. That's okay. So I'll just continue. You're going to get this list that looks like this with all the panel names and numbers. If you had positioning, it would show up here. I don't have it at the moment, so that's why I just minimized it or closed the column for now. What you can do over here is if you click on where it says panel, this will organize it in alphabetical order. And what you can do is make a selection, and the software will take you to that specific panel. One of the things you can do here is delete panels. So I'm just going to delete panel 1. So I'm going to click on the delete panel option. You have the option to delete all members, explode it and create a model group, or explode members. I'm just going to delete members. I'm going to delete panel 2. And maybe I want to delete panel 3. And so on and so forth. What you could also do in this option is make changes. So let's say I want to make some changes to panel 4. What I do is I select the panel that I want to make changes to, and over here in this menu, you can access the panel properties. So I'm going to click here on panel properties. This takes me to the panel properties menu where I can make whatever change I want to make for that panel. I'm just going to make a random change right now, just to change the stud sizes. I'll hit OK. And that's it. I'm just going to close this. And you'll notice that panel 4 has in fact changed according to the changes that I have specified. I'm just going to Control Z a few times just to bring this back to the way it was before. Another thing you can do with this menu over here is run a quick search. This tool will help you find a specific panel that you're looking for. I'm going to type in P9. I can make this case sensitive and I can stop at first match, but I'm just going to run search. So now the software is searching for everything that has P9. And then whenever I click on one of these options, the tool will take me to be able to view that specific panel. I can also make my search more accurate by typing in the exact number of the panel, hit search, and it will take me to that specific panel. I can click show, and then I can either delete or make changes to that panel through the properties menu or anything else that I needed to do. Now let's talk about some selection tools. This is a very useful one, but first I'm just going to go ahead and delete some panels. I'm just going to make a selection like this, and I'm just going to be deleting some panels for this example. So I just went ahead and deleted some panels. If your model is too heavy, because we know that models can get very big, and with adding panels, the model can get heavier and heavier. What can we do in this situation? What we can do is actually hide panels in current view. This will not delete your panels. This will simply hide your panels just to make the model lighter. So what I'm going to do is hide all panels in current view. And you'll notice that all my panels are now hidden. And to prove that they're actually not deleted, I just want to highlight that this is view specific. So if I go back to the plan view, you'll notice that the panels are still there. It's just that they're not showing in my 3D view. And to prove that, if I click here on reveal, they're all still there. I just want to quickly switch to the floor module, just as a reminder that for floor visibility, we have a separate menu for this, and it's pretty much the same as the wall visibility menu. So I can go here to selection, and I can hide all panels in current view as well. And this will hide my floors. We currently don't support this option for trusses, but please let us know in your comments if this is something you would like to see in the future in our software. Let's go back to the wall module. And now what we can do is, you'll notice that the model is much lighter and you can continue to work on your model. To make life easier, we have a tool called Select Non-Framed Walls. This will select all non-framed walls for you all at the same time. So I'm just going to go ahead and select all non-framed walls. So the software has selected the walls that have not been framed and left out everything else. Now what I can do is just check my template map, make sure that it's already been set. I've already set my template map with the 2 wall types I have in my project, and I've already added these templates. I selected the wall type from here and selected the template I want to use for that wall from here. I'll make sure that this is highlighted in blue, hit OK, and now I can use Quick Create. So now I've framed all the panels that have not been framed before. I'm going to zoom in on this specific panel, just going to grab one member and go back to the tool, the selection tool, and I can select all panel members. This is a useful tool if you wanted to select every panel member of a specific panel instead of having to make a Revit selection. It'll select everything for you, and you can then use additional tools such as output tools to create custom assembly, add elements to assembly, manage assembly, or anything that you see here in this menu as well, such as member positioning, and you can use it for other purposes as well. Let's bring back all our panels by selecting Show All Panels in Current View, and this will bring back all our panels. You can make a selection just like this and go back wall visibility tool, and you can hide selected panels in current view. You can keep the label and the crossline. You can keep crossline, hide all other panel members, keep label, hide all panel members, hide all panel members. I'm just going to keep the first option. Click on OK. This will hide only the selected members or the selected panels, and I have chosen to keep the labels. And if I wanted to bring something back, I make a selection just like this. I go back to the tool, and I can show selected panels in current view, and this will bring back just the selected panels that I have selected. Let's bring everything back. Another useful tool is Isolate Panels. This will isolate MWF panels, and it will hide everything else. So I'm just going to click on Isolate Panels. If you haven't made a selection already, the tool will prompt you to select members of one or more panels and then hit escape. So I'm just going to make a selection like this. And just remember that we can make a selection prior to using the tool, and then when I'm done, I'll hit escape. And the tool will isolate the panels that I have selected. To bring everything back, I will either need to use Control Z or undo. So Control Z on my keyboard or Revit undo over here, or I would have to use this reveal hidden element tool, and I would need to make a selection like this. I will exclude anything I don't need to bring back, and then right click, unhide elements in view. And this is how we can bring everything back. The last two options I wanted to show you are hide inner members and view panel members. I can select one member of a panel, go to the selection menu, and hide inner members. I'm going to select the default, hit OK. This will hide the inner members, and it will keep the panel name and the outer members of the panel. It will keep the end studs and the top and bottom track. This one here is the last one we're going to talk about, and it's view panel members for a specific panel. This will open this dialog box, and when you click on the plus sign, you can view the members one by one of the specific panel. So this will take me to every single member so that I can view it and see any information related to it. To bring this back, I'm just going to show selected panels in current view. This concludes this week's tech tip. We hope you found it useful, and we'll see you next week.